Lee Ja Parboy, and welcome to episode 75 of my Wurm Unlimited tutorial series. This episode is going to be on the small and large crates. A quick update first, however, on the bed competition. James has managed to get his bed to 98.3, as incredible as that will sound. That bed will probably last longer than all of us. Very good job, James. Well done on the bed. I know that Calandros is close behind you with 80 quality level, and I certainly hope, Calandros, you don't give up. Because, of course, you can still get to 100. Not that I've ever seen anyone get anything to a quality level 100, but you could always get to 99, of course. Anyway, we will see. Good job, everybody that's involved in that competition. Okay, well, it's time to start cranking up the awesomeness when it comes to shifting items in very large scale. Between crates and wagons, we are going to be able to move and shift mountains, or carry thousands of items. So this episode is going to be on the crates, and I'm hoping the next episode will be on our first wagon. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, before I make the small crate, I'm going to read from the wonderful Wurmpedia, so I can give you all the details it says about the small crate from Wurmpedia. So here we go. Description. A small crate made from planks, primarily used to transport goods. A small crate can hold up to 150 items, regardless of individual item volume, and the crate itself, empty or otherwise, has a volume of 1000. This creates the vision that the crate is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, as the volume of 150 dirt alone, for example, way exceeds that of the crate. So just to quickly summarise over what it's saying about 150 items and the volume. As you know, with our large carts, that we've been using so far, we've had rafts, small rafts in our large carts, and the small raft can hold 40 dirt or 40 rock shards or 40 ore. Well, with the advent of the small crate, we can now put in each small crate 150 dirt or 150 rock shards or 150 ore. You wouldn't, though, put 150 seeds in the small crate, as that would be wasting the volume. You would instead use a small raft with a satchel inside it or a small barrel to put your seeds into. I will demonstrate this when we get to the wagon episode to give you an idea of how many items you can start to move once we get there. But for now, that's what it's talking about with the items and volume. Okay, carrying on. I'm going to skip creation because we're going to do that in a moment. Actually, no, I won't, because it gives a little few details. Okay, for making the small crate in the creation, we will need 11 planks and 1 large nail to make a small crate. It requires 10 carpentry to create. So if I bring up the skills window so you can see the skills. Okay, so you can see I vastly exceeded the requirements for it. You only need 10 carpentry, I have 74. Next, the plank's quality level determines the success chance, and may be dyed with 8 kilograms of dye. So you can dye your different small crates different colours depending on the items that are in them, and you can also name them, of course. Usage. Prevents decay of its contents, similar to the bulk storage bin and the food storage bins. Items that fit in bulk or food storage bins also fit in crates. Pay note there that what Wurmpedia is telling us is that normally when you've got a bulk storage bin, you can only put materials like planks and wood and rock shards and iron ore, and with the food storage bin you can only put food items. Well, with the small storage crate you can put both items into it. Okay, now for food you wouldn't really want to put it into a small crate because it's wasting the space, but of course because it acts like a food storage bin, the pumpkins or the potatoes won't rot, so perhaps it is a good idea to have a small crate on your wagon if you're travelling a lot. So there we are, that's about that. Carrying on from Wurmpedia, may be hauled up to upper floors of buildings and hauled down, but to haul down you must be on the same floor opening as the crate and not below it. To haul up you must be on the floor opening above the crate. Hauling only works on floor openings with ladders and not with stairs or gaps in the floor. So please pay note to that as well, that if you want to bring your crates upstairs in a building, you need to have ladders, not stairs. Maybe for that example you'd have a tradesman entrance of having a ladder where you can get all your crates up and having a main staircase for your guests. Anyway, moving on. May be loaded while full or empty, but cannot be picked up to the inventory regardless. Loading requires 23 body strength. So there's another benefit of the crates, okay, because it applies to the small and the large crate. With bulk storage bins and food storage bins, they have to be empty before you can pick them up. You can pick food storage BSBs and FSBs up into your inventory to move them, but with crates you cannot. You have to load them into your large cart or wagon. So that's what that's talking about. Okay, carrying on from Wurmpedia. Under notes, small crates aren't efficient for transporting items with a volume of less than 6.66, since the 150 of these items would take up a lot less volume in a smaller container than that of the crate. For example, seeds in the satchels. Well, I have explained that already, but there we are, there's a recap. 5% of each of the stored items are lost every 30 days. This loss does not apply to containers on a deed and more than 30 days of upkeep left. So if your crates are on your deed, you won't get that 5% loss every 30 days. If your crates are on your carts or your wagons and you're off deed, every 30 days you'll lose 5%. That is nothing, really. Every 30 days, give me a break. You could sow a field of 100 fields and get back 100-fold. Or you can get back far easily to get back your losses. So that's really nothing to worry about. Okay, now lastly, what we will look at on the Wurmpedia is the load capacity for the different vehicles that you can load small crates. This is small crates, by the way, that you can load small crates on. A large cart can hold 5 small crates. A wagon can hold 16 small crates. A cog can hold 51 small crates. A corbiter can hold 85 small crates. A gnar can hold 75 small crates. And lastly, a caravel can hold 100 small crates. Okay, so there we are. That's all the information from the wonderful Wurmpedia. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to make a small crate. So let's get this up. Let's use the recipe window. And let's find the small crate. There we go, there's the small crate. So if we just look at the total materials we need 11 planks and 1 large nail, as you can see there. Okay, so I'm going to make, for crates, the best wood to use is cedar, because we're talking about an item that just sits there. It's not a tall, which would be oak. This is just like an item that will be sitting on the ground or in your wagon, so we will use cedar wood. So I'll keep them planks separate until the last. Okay, so let's grab a large nail and let's grab the planks. Let's now add the small crate. And let's make sure, yep, small crates in the crafting window. Let's now create. Okay, so as you can see, there's our unfinished small crate. We will add that to the crafting window. Now we need to add the planks. So let's do the planks first. And let's add our cedar plank last. And there we go. Let's step back a bit and close some of these windows so you can see. Oops, wagon's in the way, but there we are. There is a small crate. Okay, next we're going to make a large crate. Let's get my wagon back open. Okay, yeah, so they are fantastic. Sorry, excuse me. It seems whenever I talk for a long period of time, I can't help but cough. Normally I don't cough at all, but it would appear that I seem like I cough all the time in my episodes. It's because of the amount of talking. I'm not used to doing this much talking. Right, okay, so we're going to do the large crates next. I'm going to switch first of all to Wurmpedia and see what it says about the large crates. Okay, description for the large crates. A large crate made from planks primarily used to transport goods. A large crate can hold up to 300 items, regardless of individual item volume and the crate itself. Empty or otherwise, has a volume of 1728. This creates, oh right, okay, well that's the same as the small crate. I won't bother reading that all again. But now we see with the large crate, it's double the size of the small crate that you can fit into it. So 300 items. Okay, let's read creation now in Wurmpedia. This requires, let's bring up the skills window. The large crate requires 60 carpentry to create and continue. 23% chance with a 1 quality plank. As you can see, I'm on 74, so I'm still above what's needed, but you will need 60 skill level in carpentry in order to make a large crate. The plank's quality level affects the success chance. May be dyed with 13.82 kilograms of dye. So that's the creation. Usage. Prevents decay of its content, similar to the bulk storage bin and food storage bins. Okay, now I'm just going to check because I believe it's all the same information I've already read to you for the small crate. I don't want to repeat myself on purpose, so I'll just check if there's anything else additional that it says. No, it's all exactly the same under usage, so it all applies the same as for the small crate. And under notes, it's exactly the same for the small crate. So I'll finish off the Wurmpedia by giving you the load capacities for the large crate. Okay, the large cart holds 3 large crates. The wagon can hold 12 large crates. The cog can hold 29 large crates. The corbiter can hold 49 large crates. The gnar can hold 43 large crates, and the caravel can hold 62 large crates. So there we are. That's the different vehicles and how many of the large crates you can fit in each. Okay, now to create the large crate, we are going to need 16 planks and 1 large nail. So let's grab the large nail. Let's find my planks, there they are. Let's bring up the recipe window. Let's now find the large crate. There we go. So if we look at the total materials needed, you will see 16 planks and 1 large nail. So bear in mind, with the small and large crates, they're very easy to make providing you have the skill. Okay, let's add the large crate and let's check that that's the right one. Yep. So let's now create. Bang, there we go. About double the size of the small one. Okay, let's add the unfinished crate to the crafting window, and let's now continue by adding the planks. Oops, need to go a bit closer. Now I'll tell you right now that the large crate is what I use in my wagon, simply because, well, you'll see when I make the wagon I'll be showing you all of how I store stuff in them, but I don't use the small crates, I only use the large crates because it's far better to fit a lot more in. Again, the wood we want to use is cedar wood. So let's continue, and there we go. Let's close all my windows. You'll notice I had a small carpentry going. And there we are. There is the small and large crates, which now prepares us for the transport, so we need a wagon. So we're going to be saying goodbye. This is the last episode. You're going to be seeing my faithful large cart. From the next episode, we're going to be using the wonderful wagons, and we really are going to crank up the awesome level when it comes to transporting goods. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode on the small and large crates. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every single last one of you safe. Have a fantastic day, and thank you for joining me. Goodbye.